This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Farmers' markets, often organized as non-commercial organizations, play an important role in the emergence of the alternative food network. The processes of regional clustering can partially explain the impact of these organizations on the development of the food network. In this particular case, the farmers' market fulfills the function of food distribution from the agricultural to the urban environment. With the rapid growth of the urban population, the need for food supply is constantly increasing. At the same time, many products are produced in suburban areas. Together, they form the chain that is important to the food supply. Allegedly, the tradition of direct agricultural markets was brought to North America from Europe and spread across the continent through European settlement. The first reported case of the farmers' market appearance in America occurred in the 17th century. However, the real boom in the farmers' markets was observed beginning in the 1970s. The popularity of this AFN may be explained by many factors. These are not only the producer's wish to attain benefits and the consumer's interest in fresh foods, but also the specific friendly atmosphere on the farmers' market. The importance of this sphere for the American food system can hardly be overestimated. The benefits of the farmers' market are obvious as for the consumers as well as for the farmers. The consumers are attracted by the fresh and healthy products, and by the great variety of them, as compared with the supermarket chain. Consumers patronize farmers' markets first and foremost because of the superior quality of the produce relative to that which may be found at regular large-scale supermarkets. Low prices are another benefit of the farmers' markets. It goes without saying that the quality of the products is better than in the supermarket. For the farmers, the benefit lies in the cost saving of the production transportation and in the ability of the wholesale with the large grocery companies. Moreover, sometimes the farmers are attracted by the simplicity of the trade process and the absence of the bureaucratic acrimony, as it often happens with the large companies. Not only the freshness of the products, but also the direct contact of the consumer with the farmers were the main factors that guaranteed the farmers' market popularity. Moreover, this AFN profited from the development of the local agricultural sector and the development of the local economy. Kazi and Selfa, in their research, found out that the majority of the customers were attracted by the freshness of the products and by the great possibility of choice, rather than the money economy. At the same time, it must be admitted that there are several definite problems that the producers of agricultural products face. Industrialization is one of them. Historically, the structure of agriculture in America was organized on the basis of the hereditary system, which was a powerful and effective form of economic organization. Such a structure was not only the basis of economic wealth, but also the important social and political value to the development of our nation. Last time, there is a tendency for changing of this agricultural structure. In the present time, the circumstances force farmers to increase the output of the production. It leads to the industrialization and the commercialization of the agricultural structure. According to the statistic research, the amount of farms are constantly decreasing. Such a tendency constitutes a menace to the existing of the farmers' markets. The problem is not only in reducing the amount of farms. At the present day, a great deal of farmers, in order to be competitive, use the modern technologies. The industrialization of the agricultural sector often leads to the usage of the genetic engineering in farming. Many researches state that the industrialization possesses a definite threat to farming. In spite the fact that the influence of it on the global economy of the country is doubtful, Hamilton proposes several ways to sustain it, at least in the agricultural sphere. First, it is necessary to reignite the debate over the industrialization in order the society to understand all its consequences. Secondly, it is necessary to regulate some economic relations, such as the use of the contract production in the cattle breeding. Moreover, there must be implemented a certain regulatory environment for the farmer's protection. In spite all these negative factors, it is necessary to mention some positive events in the sphere of the farming. Not so long ago, there appeared several farming independent organizations such as the American Farm Bureau Federation or the National Corn Growers Association. Though the tendency for the industrialization of the agricultural field is still high, the consumer's interest for the fresh agrarian products does not subside. With the development of the industrialization, the price for the natural products becomes a less significant factor for the consumer. The interest to this AFN will promote the appearance of the new markets. Did you like this, the Farmer's Market Analysis sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivypanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.